So it is officially spring in Western Washington today. Lots of people lined up at Pike Place Market. The market gave out free daffodil bouquets to help welcome the warmer temperatures, sort of, and sunnier days that await. Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett is here with the forecast. Mike, we are starting spring with some rain in the lowlands and snow for the mountains.
Yes, so far, Christine, spring is kind of a theoretical thing for us,
Yes.
but we will pick up, as I mentioned earlier, I am tracking some warmer air midweek. It's just we're going to have to work a little bit before we get there. We have got a couple of things going on here, a warm front and a cold front passing through that's going to keep us active over the next 24 hours. In fact, we're going to tap into some fairly heavy rain there, but it's the mountain snowpack that I'm especially excited about. I'll tell you more about that in a moment. Let's take a look at radar. Very well pronounced rain shadow right behind the Olympics there as we've got that flow still coming in with kind of a southwesterly flow. It will become more southerly, and that will allow rain to start to fill in along the I-5 corridor. So folks up towards Everett and Mount Vernon, you're going to catch some of this as well. As we zoom that in, we already have some showers that are at least on the eastern side of the I-5 corridor towards Everett, pushing up into the foothills there. Snow levels have bounced up a little bit. So as I mentioned earlier, things looking good in the passes, and I'll show you that in just a moment too. Take a look out towards the coast. This is where our heavier rain is, obviously, and that's where our bigger accumulations will be, but no big deal, just some ground soaking rain. Temperatures are quite mild out there. In fact, we've got some mid-40s basically all the way across the map, and if you think that's something, take a look off towards the east. It's warmer over there than it is here. 47 out towards Winthrop. Well played. Small craft advisory in place, as we mentioned last night. That'll be there from 8 o'clock tonight until 6 p.m. on Monday. We're going to see those winds gust up from the south up to about 25 knots on Hood Canal and along the Puget Sound, and up to about 35 knots out towards the coast. So not a great time to take the sailboat or the rowboat out. Taking a look at forecasted winds. Yep, that's what we're looking for, is that wind to start to become more southerly and allow some of that rain to fill in along the I-5 corridor. In fact, it will become offshore, even out towards the Strait of Juan de Fuca, and we'll see that out towards the coast as well as that frontal boundary passes through. By the time we get to Tuesday, it all starts to mellow again. We'll be tracking some more single-digit winds after this passes. Take a look off towards Mount Rainier in Paradise. We are building snowpack. It's looking magnificent up there, but it is a bit on the gusty side. Not particularly pleasant right now, but what is pleasant is the pass. Look at that. Snoqualmie is bare and wet, and Stevens is too, so folks who are traveling in those directions doing just fine today. Overnight tonight, we are going to rack up some more snow, and it looks like the Central Cascades are going to be the big winners here. It looks like about 3/4 of a foot up towards Stevens by the time the lifts start turning tomorrow. Snoqualmie is going to do pretty well. We'll be closing in on a foot by the time we get to Tuesday morning there. Both of them looking for about 11 inches there, and then bookmarking that with some 4- and 5-inch totals up towards Mount Baker and down towards White Pass. As we take a look at the 7-day snow level, it will bounce up uncomfortably high on Wednesday, but it looks like that's going to be one of the drier days. So I'm not expecting rain on snow, and we'll see it come back down again as a new system moves in during the second half of the week. So let's take a look at the future here. As we go overnight tonight, this is going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. As I mentioned, with that southerly flow, it'll kind of close down that rain shadow and allow some rain all the way up and down the I-5 corridor and some copious snow up towards the mountains. We get towards the evening commute, things start to shut down a little bit. The roads will dry up slightly, but then overnight Tuesday, we'll get another push of rain in before things start to fill in and that ridge of high pressure builds in that will allow some of those warmer temperatures to fill in. So we'll get some rain totals, but nothing to write home about, just some standard rain to start spring off. Overnight temperatures will be in the mid-40s tonight. Take a look at Tuesday. We're going to take a run at some mid-60s, and we got another chance to do it again on Friday and on Saturday.